Remember when I told you smell like tuna farts?
What are you guys doing?
Interview.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's his
There's a
turn.
private bathroom right there. I'm going to poop.
Hell yeah. See, we're already off to a great start.
All right, great. What's going on, Mark Army? This is the Icon G here. Welcome to another exciting interview. I am here with the amazing Tommie Douglas here, and we've been working on this for a while. Of course, you're a busy guy, so we're happy to finally get you here. Thank you for taking time out of your day to, come chit chat with us. Maybe have us get to know you a little better. Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I hear there's a notification bell you can hit so you can keep up to all the Mark goodness. So
the what?
Mark goodness. Goodness.
Okay.
Yes. Goodness. But yeah, I like I said, I'm doing a bit of research on you.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you are named Bodacious Tommie Douglas.
Yeah.
You know how that name came about at all?
How did it come about? So I was working with Nick Dinsmore, my trainer.
Mm-hmm.
We were coming up, just kind of cycling through what potential names or nicknames I could have that kind of correlated to the characters that me and Alvin Falcone were developing at the time.
Right.
And I think I just started Googling just synonyms for like amazing.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
Bodacious popped up, and I was like, I don't think anyone really, that's not like a common word, let alone probably like a nickname someone would use. So after like looking around a bit, I didn't really see anyone of notable name using it, or if any name at all. So I'm like, okay, cool, it's mine.
Yeah, it definitely sticks out. As soon as I read Bodacious, I was like, man, nobody really is called Bodacious or anything like that. So I was like,
it's like something like, I think it was a more broader used term in like the 60s and 70s, maybe.
Disco era?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But I love it.
Maybe. No.
Don't quote us on that, but like I said, we'll go with it. But I guess we'll go circle back a little bit more before we even got into training, which we will get back to. We always like to ask this. What is your earliest wrestling memory? Like what got you hooked? Like you're just like, I was watching this and boom, I'm in.
So I was being babysat by my grandfather, named Tommie Douglas. Ooh.
Oh, snap. There you go, guys. Oh, wow.
But he was really into wrestling, so WWE, NWA, right, like whatever it was on. And then this one night that he was babysitting me, he was watching an episode of SmackDown, and I think Batista was champion at the time, and I don't remember the story. I don't even remember watching when the match actually happened. I just remember this like promo segment of him in the ring with the Great Khali.
Oh yeah, classic. That takes me back. So I mean, okay. I was watching as a kid. So just so you know.
Okay, no, yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know. That was like my earliest memory of wrestling. I can't really think of anything further back from like obviously I watched all kinds of stuff way back before that, but that's like, oh, what's this? That kind of got me like interested in it, and then every time he'd watch me, he just would always throw it on.
Awesome. Yeah. So was it like a weekly ritual where you just go get babysat by your grandpa and you guys would sit and watch? Or
I don't know if like weekly was the thing, but like whenever he would watch me, like that's what he would throw on.
He would just be like, all right, putting this on for you.
Pretty
That's
much.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I guess we'll fast forward here. Like I said, we're going to training, get into, because you had your start with Midwest All-Pro, and you were trained by Nick Dinsmore, obviously leading into teaming eventually with Falcone. What was all that, the upbringing in like getting your feet wet or getting in there with wrestling?
I was in college at the time.
Oh, wow.
So I graduated high school in like 2018, and then I took a year off, and then once that year hit, I took like an extra couple months, and I was like, okay, I am going to go to school now. So I get signed up and everything, and then like January hits. All right, cool, classes start. 7 weeks in, everything shuts down. We can't go do anything.
The whole world,
it's this whole shindig. Well,
yeah.
Basically, I don't know. I guess it was just a moment of reflection for me at that point, because when I took that break in between high school and college, it was just more of me just hanging out with friends, not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people too during COVID took that as a time of reflection in their lives, and what could we do to adjust to make things better? Do I need to go a different path? Well, I don't know. Just it kind of circles back to when I first saw wrestling, the Batista and Great Khali,
right,
like still image I have in my head. It's just like that was the moment I kind of started wanting it. And then I had already wanted it at that point when I decided to go, obviously, like well before it. But it was just COVID was the perfect excuse to finally go do it.
So how was it? I mean, it's tough, man, because you were going to class and then still training. How were you able to balance all that, man?
Drop out of college.
Oh, well. How long were you going to college before you finally realized it's like, yeah, I'm done with that?
They shut down the school, right?
Oh, okay, fair.
So they give us like a couple days, like kind of like they're figuring stuff out, and they come back and say, okay, we're gonna finish the rest of the semester online. And I was just doing generals.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna go move and wrestle.
Yeah, you're like, this sounded really nice over here.
Right. Because I just started Googling like wrestling schools, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move. I'm sure I'm gonna move far away, and then nope. Thankfully, I live in Sioux City, so that's an hour and a half south here on I-29.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then, when I saw it was just up here, like hour and a half north,
right,
I was like, oh well, I don't really have a
works out.
Yeah, it's like no excuse for me at this point. And it was just kind of just went and did it, and went from there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I mean, training with Nick Dinsmore. I mean, in case people don't know, he's Eugene. If you don't know, what was it like training under him? And like I said, meeting a bunch of your people that I guess your peers now for you. How was that?
Dinsmore,
yeah.
I love Nick Dinsmore. So I kind of feel like me and Alvin Falcone, and a lot of the beginnings of my career intertwined with Falcone. We basically trained Hey.
There you go, guys. We'll get into that.
That's been a while. Jeez. Yeah, it's just we had a unique circumstance where when we started like the end of May of 2020. So I mean, we're still like don't have any idea what COVID is. They're figuring it out, right?
We're still in shutdown mode.
Yeah, exactly. We're still in shutdown mode. We're trying to just be as safe as possible. Right. So we didn't care. We were very much like, nope, if there's an opportunity to start training now, we're not waiting.
Oh, okay.
And Dinsmore had a place for us to go train. It was in a very small garage.
About to measure it out?
Maybe if you bring the ceiling down like a foot.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's me. So like imagine Falcone having to like run and all that. It's horrible.
My goodness.
So we couldn't like we couldn't do any of like the suplexes and learning how to do all that and everything. So it was just a lot of like chain wrestling and maybe a focus on like more old school stuff.
Mat style.
Exactly. Mat style kind of stuff. So, and that happened for like, I want to say basically a year, just straight, just me, Alvin Falcone, and then mostly like Jackson Slater.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jackson Slater's a big one too.
Okay. He was in your class, or you just come up with you guys, or how did you guys meet Jackson?
He started like a month after we did. We didn't have a class. Like me and Falcone were the only two showing up when we started.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was not the most ideal training for like multiple people to show up. It was like we were pushing it with just me, a Falcone, and Slater sometimes in there. Man, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Crazy. And it was a lot of one-on-one time with Dinsmore. And if you know Dinsmore, he's one of the greatest wrestling minds, technical wrestlers, you name it. He can do it, one of the best, in my opinion, to do it. Yeah. And so getting a lot of one-on-one time with him.
You learned a lot.
I definitely tried to learn a lot. He threw a lot at me. So I hopefully I'm still doing my best to soak it all up.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to be a sponge around him, essentially. Just soak it all in, I guess.
Yeah, that's funny you say being a sponge around him, because I have there's this interview that like some college kid that I knew a few years back needed to do for like a project, and then he reached out to Dinsmore, and I have like a whole write-up where Dinsmore called me a sponge.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was like, hey, I'm not a complete fucking moron.
I mean, you kind of have to, man. You want to learn.
I'm a moron, but maybe not complete.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't call you moron, but let's say.
Anyways,
you do really well.
Yeah.
You do really well. I like seeing you in the ring. You're running around.
Now you're saying all the right things. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. So we'll move on here. You guys became Midwest All-Pro Tag Team Champions, being managed by Spotlight Mike.
Yep.
Was he always Spotlight Mike?
Always.
Always. All right. So that was cool. I saw
Fun
some
fact
pictures.
about Spotlight Mike and
Yeah.
me and Falcone, the first tag team under his, but I'm the first client.
Oh.
I'm number one.
So Spotlight Mike recruited you 1st
Mm-hmm.
before Falcone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how did that formation come about, I guess?
Well, he reached out to me and Spotlight Mike, what more do you need to say?
Right.
He's one of the best sports agents in the game.
He's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah,
He's pretty good at
exactly.
what he does.
Hey, we wrote it out with him with 3 Midwest All-Pro Tag Team Championships.
Just nothing to scoff at.
No.
Nothing to scoff at.
And we held him for like a year and a half.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Wow.
But he reached out to me and, you know, it made sense. We did a couple things just by ourselves at some shows. It worked out. I passed the info along to Falcone and we made sound decisions from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then it didn't end too great, but, you know, some years have passed, I guess.
I think I got some pictures from that time
Oh, great.
that I
Fantastic.
want you to kind of tell me what is going on in that picture.
I'm scared.
So I saw this one first, and I thought this was really good. Now we'll put it on here when we in post. No, I'll even send it to Carlos if I have to. But I have this one first. I saw this picture and I was like, I gotta show him this. What's going on in here, man? It looks like a splash or
I'm doing knee drop.
knee drop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I couldn't tell you which one's the original angle of me because it's not that.
Okay.
But I don't. Maybe it is that one.
I saw that. I was like, man, that's
God, that gear is.
I love that on a poster.
I hate that wrestling gear.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up anything of source, but that's crazy.
I'm just.
You're over it. You're over it.
Why did I give you any time?
Hey, man. I'm sorry. I like to go into history. I like showing pictures. I just thought they were cool. They're doing something out there.
Something's happening somewhere. I don't.
But I got another picture. Maybe it'll bring back a little better. But I saw this. I saw Spotlight Mike's face.
I think this is the same match.
Of
Because
course it
if
is.
you look at the turnbuckle
Oh yeah.
and like
It's a
it's the
very
same
similar
match.
turnbuckle.
Now it's coming back to me though.
Oh.
So this match though, we wrestled Crash, or now known as Crash McDermott, and Jackson Slater. They were known at the time as the American Wrecking Crew.
Oh, I did see that on one of your guys' promos. Yes.
Yeah, so they
Yes.
did that a lot at Midwest All Pro, but one of these times, this was actually a Below Zero show.
Okay.
I think it was the first or second Rumble on the River that they did.
Oh, okay.
But with Mike, I think he kind of just got his comeuppance at the end of that match, and we were just trying to help our friend.
Just wheel him out. It's like, let's get him out. Let's get him
Yeah,
going.
I remember yelling at that photographer to get the hell out of the way. And
Yeah, I could see you were already trying to
They
get-
weren't really moving that fast. And we were on gravel. It was hot outside. I was like, I want to get the hell back into the locker room, please.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. And yeah, I mean, those were the big two I found that I was just like, I need to show him. I need to see. There's a story in those pictures.
Yeah, I think Jack Kruger edited the first one when I'm doing all the knee dives at once. Yeah,
it was clean. I liked it. I liked it. I guess we'll move on. Of course, if you don't want to answer this, more than welcome to. I wanted to bring up the great Trent Hammer.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know he was gone too soon from us. But what did he mean to you, either in wrestling, as a person? Like what kind? I mean, we interacted with him, but I feel like we didn't really get to know him, us in general. So maybe if you could tell us a little bit about like how it was with him.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I don't want to get too personable. Just because he does mean a lot to me, and I don't want just my life, brothers.
Whatever you'd like to share,
brothers and sisters. Yes. I will say this about Trent: we had a lot of the same interests outside of the ring. I don't know if this is going to be shocking to you, but not a lot of indie wrestlers make a lot of money when they're starting out.
I've heard
they got to work full-time job. Mm-hmm. So me and Trent work in the same field, and there's quite an age gap. I'm 25, and I think he's like 15 years older than me. Maybe I might be overshooting. I'm sorry, dude. But so I went to him a lot with questions regarding the field that we were both in.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave me a lot of just good advice and just kind of eased my mind on a lot of the questions I had with that.
Awesome.
And like with wrestling too, he was just a fun, charismatic personality to have in the locker room. He could talk to anyone,
right.
you know. And I think a lot of people that liked Trent liked about him was his bluntness, especially when it came to wrestling. Because if something was bad, he had no problem telling you it was bad. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how the person he was, because it definitely carried with him outside the ring.
Right.
You
need that straightness.
Oh, very just like, nope, that sucked, this and that, you know. But I don't know when this is going out, but we're filming this at our June 7th Kryptonite show. I think we're like few hours from doors.
Yeah.
In my opinion, since this is all going out anyway,
right,
this is gonna be the end of like chapter 1 of what New Sound Wrestling is. And who is it?
Oh.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Hashtag bring back the new beginning, baby.
Well, that's good. I guess we'll go ahead and shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you're kind of like more of the production side when it comes to New Sound here, and you are a pretty snazzy editor, I might add.
Thank you.
How did you get into that? Because like I said, I am one of the editors for 4.5 Marks, and I just love meeting another editor, just seeing how pick their mind and how they got into that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, at some point in my career recently, I did go back to college and I did get a trade degree.
Let's go.
So I do have a backup plan in case my neck breaks and I can't move anything besides my fingertips.
Hopefully not, but fingers crossed on that one.
I don't know. There's been some close calls, I feel like.
You never know with wrestling.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not wrestling tonight.
Let's go. Night off.
I get to walk another day. So like I ended up during that time, when you're in college, obviously you get a lot of like student discounts on random stuff. So Adobe was one of them, and it was like $10. And I don't know. I think I had started dabbling with Flagships editing towards the end of that ownership regime. It basically just like, you know, couple months, and then we were like, all right, boom, this is what we're doing. We rented the ring from Below Zero Wrestling. Shout out Nick Stokey.
Let's go.
Zach Ware. Zach's the man.
Yeah.
You know much about Zach?
I don't think I've met him. I don't think we have, Zach. I don't think we have.
Oh yeah, he does a lot of YouTube stuff, and he's Maven's guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know how much. I'm not going to talk more about Zach, but like I'm just putting him
over a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Cool dude.
That's cool.
Shout
outs.
And Nick Stokey of Below Zero Wrestling, co-owner of that. They do a lot of cool stuff up in North Dakota.
We've been wanting to go
I'm actually their Below Zero champion. If I was smart, I would have at least just had it here to.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Congrats on that. That was back in the end of May, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a very fun match with probably one of my. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm happy I'm a video editor now, and I'm putting myself out there because I edited the match, so I just have my copy of it, so I'll never lose it.
Let's go.
Probably one of my favorite matches in my career.
Awesome.
And I think him and like Rich Maxwell, probably like my 2 favorite matches I've had in my like singles career. Like the match I had with Rich Maxwell back at Flagship in 23 in the summer. It was a Scotty 2 Hottie show. So if you ever want to look it up, just look up like Flagship Scotty 2 Hottie or Tommie versus, like you'll find it.
I've seen the snippet of him doing the worm.
Yeah, so it's that same show. Yeah, that same show. Me and Rich had it. And then that just kind of felt like okay, I can hang a little bit.
That's awesome.
Not a whole lot. I can hang a little bit. And then this match I had with Jack Ledger, I'm just like, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. The crowd, the energy that night was ecstatic. I hit a gear that like I didn't know I had.
Let's go.
In the ring of just like adrenaline is the best way I could describe it. I don't know. I was just very pleased with how everything went in the match. Just the timing. I feel like we just hit everything we wanted to do. We did, and it was like not a hiccup later.
Wow.
Everything felt great.
Right. That's awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Congratulations to that. Congratulations to winning the championship. Man, I feel like you're on top of the world right now. The sky's the limit for you. I feel so. That's freaking awesome.
I don't know if I feel on top of the world, but I'm feeling pretty decent. I mean,
it's an accomplishment still.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
it's pretty
I'm
nice.
very not satisfied with anything I do with my life. So,
Aw. Come on.
but I mean, yeah, I'm doing some cool shit though.
Yeah. From an outsider looking in, I
Yeah.
feel like you're doing really well. But like I said, in the eye of the beholder.
I think that's what is gonna make this stuff that we do at New Sound and just me better. Is just never being satisfied.
You just want more. You just keep coming
Yeah,
back.
I just can't.
It's a good drive.
I'm already setting goals for New Sound for 2026
Mhm.
in the middle of accomplishing our 2025 goals because I'm like not running into issues, but I'm running into like these learning curves, and I'm like, oh, okay, next year I'm gonna go hard on like this Photoshop thing, or I'm gonna go hard on this like Premiere Pro thing because I want to make these things. Or like tonight when we all work together, we're gonna be doing. I got a couple different camera shots I want to work through live during the show, full recording. Where like we'll get into it later.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited just hearing about it.
Yeah. This is why. Yeah, you're gonna have fun with me not wrestling tonight because I actually get to. I'm gonna focus on production stuff instead of like juggling that.
Juggling
and
wrestling, juggling,
match
go
and then
back. Yeah.
making sure everything else is all good with the boys and all that fun jazz.
That's
Running
awesome,
a promotion.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I guess one last thing. I noticed you when you were at the last week at the flyover show.
Yeah.
You were wearing a Pikachu hat. How into like? It gave me a question. I'm a big Pokemon fan. What is your favorite Pikachu? What are your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
I'm pulling up my Pokemon Go right now.
Oh, this guy. Of course.
You should see
exchange
you
codes.
should see my roommates.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that dude, he's got like so many shinies of legendaries, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
I think he pays to play.
It's a strategy.
You all have no idea who he is, but he's gonna see this clip, and I just want you to know you're a big fucking nerd. Eat shit. Pay your rent.
Amen.
Oh, I have rewards. Cool. Honestly, I'm working towards an Infernape right now. I think Infernape's my favorite. I think because the Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, that was like. So I started on the Fire Red, or I guess the Fire and Green or Red and Green remake. So Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Yes.
So I started on those, but like I kind of feel like I was like 7 or 8 when Diamond and Pearl came out, and so I think I was just primed for like my prime Pokemon years.
It was for you,
and it was a great. Oh, dude, Gen 3.
Amazing.
Oh,
It's amazing.
or was it Gen? No, it's Gen 4.
Gen 4. Yeah, no, that was Gen 4.
Gen 3 was
It was the Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
Those were good games too.
those are like I can't like put one or the over
Right.
one over the other because they're both really good. But if I have to pick like a generation, even though you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna give you.
I will
anyways.
ask. Yeah.
It's Generation 4 and it's Platinum.
Oh, okay. I mean, that a lot of people agree with you. So
It's the complete.
Platinum's
It's
up
the
there.
most complete because you still can't get Platinum, I think, and have the completed game without one or the other, Diamond or Pearl.
Yes.
But like it's the most complete one that you can get as a single game. And when you're 8 years old and you're not buying your games, you got to do your research.
Yeah, you got to pick one or the other. You go to the store, your parents are like, pick one. And you're like, so you played Platinum. I guess, what was your favorite legendary playing through that game?
Specifically in Platinum?
Yes. Or your favorite legendary overall?
I'll give you both.
Bet.
If we're talking specifically in Platinum, I kind of think Arceus, if you had like the mod thing,
Oh, yeah.
like the Game Shark or whatever, to give you the flute.
Yeah, the flute.
Because I didn't want to go through that whole. Actually, I don't. Well, no, I don't.
They never released it in the United States.
No, yeah. So
It's all in Japan.
well, then also I was at that age with the ones that did release in the United States.
Were you going to the GameStops? And
My parents weren't taking me to pre-orders and stuff. Come on, dude.
I say my parents never did either, so I'm right there with you.
I was very lucky. When as the older I get, the less video games were coming in because my dad hooked it up when I was a kid. But then he's like, hey, you're getting older and you need to understand that life sucks and you can't have anything nice without working. So go work. And I'm like, oh.
Damn, thanks, Dad. I get it.
I never learned how to work though, so I'm still figuring it out.
He's like, I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah, I'll let you.
But then I guess favorite legendary overall.
Overall,
Because do you still play today? Or you kind of fell off or just play Pokemon Go? Or
I just play Pokemon Go. I have not fallen off video games.
Okay.
Okay. Brother, I got like a $2,000 gaming PC.
Let's go.
And I bought a Series X with my shoot job like work bonus last Christmas.
Let's go.
I just don't like the direction of more of the technical aspects of what Game Freak's allowing to happen, and then Nintendo's just like, oh hey, it's Pokemon, we're gonna make money.
That Switch 2, I'm not happy with the Switch 2.
Oh, dude, it's the same. How are you gonna release a console that like is already 5 years out of date?
Mm-hmm. They've always done that.
Did they? Never mind.
Just letting you know, they've always done that. But
I
gaming
know.
PC, what are you playing right now then?
I just beat Red Dead 2 again. I'm 100%ing it this time. So I'm at like 85.7% completion right now. I'm just starting to do like all the really like nitpicky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did all the legendary animals. I haven't played in a couple weeks just because when it gets close to shows, I just start working on the show every day.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
I'm in the middle of Cyberpunk 2077. I never played that. It was on Steam for sale, so I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta cop that.
Picks it up. Yeah.
And I am also playing through God of War Ragnarok again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Carlos knows.
Dude, my first God of War experience was the 2018 reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, I need to play all the other ones. And I played all the other ones, and I'm like, ooh, this is my favorite gaming franchise of all time. Over
good.
Pokemon. It's over Pokemon.
It's good.
Yeah.
God of War's good.
Dude, it's just, I'm a sucker for storytelling. And so, not that the Greek trilogy didn't have storytelling. It had plenty of storytelling. It was just, I think it was probably just because of like the graphical update. And then at this point, we're talking more of the story in the Greek isn't as relatable to us humans as the story of what they were telling in the 2018 and then Ragnarok.
Yeah. Definitely more personable than the Greek.
And it's so fun to play as Kratos too. Dude, with the axe and then the blades and then that game's been out 3 years, and then I love getting Odin's spear. Dude, I lost my shit when I got Odin's spear. Oh, dude, it just spamming it all the time. It was great.
I love it, man. Just throwing those spears around.
Oh yeah,
so good.
And then beating Thor's ass multiple times throughout the game, and then finally getting to get on Odin, which I love. I can't remember his name, but the actor that they chose for Odin in the game, I thought he did great. Richard Schiff. Okay,
that's who it was. Yes.
Because so I had Shift in my head, but I think isn't that Braun Strowman's like shoot name is Adam Shift?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I didn't want to say it, because I'm like, that doesn't sound right, because that sounds like his name.
You sound like Braun Strowman. Shout out to Braun Strowman.
I have no idea who the fuck I am.
Hey, if he gets to him, shout out. He's free agent right now, so
yeah, if you're still, maybe
you never know.
If
Shoot your shot.
I think he's doing just fine.
Yeah, last I checked, he was on a yacht.
Hey, that's better than me.
It's all right.
I'm trying to get like that. I want to be on a yacht. I'm not on a yacht. I'm on a chair.
We'll get there.
My phone's buzzing. I bet it's because people are going to be asking where I'm at.
Well, it's that time.
Yeah, it is that time.
You are a busy man, so we'll get you back to it. Maybe we'll get you back on another show. I'd love to get you.
Oh, yeah, dude.
We'll talk more video games that time. We appreciate Bodacious Tommie Douglas. We'll put his socials down below. Go follow him. Go see what he's doing. And you'll be defending that title here soon, I'm sure. And above all else, do you know our outro?
If that check bounces, so do you.
Boom. If that check bounces, so do you. Take it easy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey.
I forgot you were in there.
Oh, he shut the door.
Oh, what a gentleman.
Don't look back. You walked
You
across
did so
that
well.
way.
You sprayed?
Oh,
You sprayed.
I sprayed.
Oh,
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.